Well, does it seem like the road construction projects go on forever?
Yeah, there are several in our area that seem to have taken on a life of their own. New this morning, John Shumway went looking for the light at the end of the construction tunnel. And John, I have several that annoy me because year after year, they seem to be in place.
Right.
We all have our pet project. There's no doubt about it. And we've got several to talk about this morning. Let's start with one that is ending soon and another that's not ending anytime soon.
There's a reason northbound 79 has been splitting into two lanes for a while now on the end of the Neville Island Bridge.
So we replaced two bridge decks on the northbound side of 79. That's why the crossover was in place.
All this week, the local access lane that takes you to Mount Nebo Road and beyond is closing overnight.
When you're doing paving work, they need the other lane for access to get their trucks in and out, and just to make the work go a little safer as well.
But here's the good news.
The plan is to lift that crossover, remove the crossover, and put it back into its normal configuration for winter. And we're looking at around the week before Thanksgiving.
There is no such end in sight for the work on the Boulevard of the Allies, perched on the side of the bluff all the way out to Oakland.
It goes on for another 3 years. There's a lot of bridge work out there. Those bridges haven't really been, they haven't seen any major work for a long time.
And it's like working on each piece of spaghetti in a bowl independently.
It looks like a big mess of structural steel ramps out there. That's really what it is, almost literally, and that's what they're working on.
Plus, this is a major artery to everything happening in our town.
There's so many restrictions in the contract of when the contractor can work and when they can't. It's going to drag that project out.
This week, the ramp to the Parkway East outbound is closing overnight, and ramp and lane closings are going to be continuing on and off.
And again, that lasts until when?
2026.
Yeah, 2026. But again, they'll avoid the big events in town and the rush hours, which is why it takes so doggone long.
All right, what about Route 28? We know, we have to ask.
It's never.
There is so much going on Route 28. It's a story all by itself. We'll get into the good news and the not so good news about that coming up in a bit.
All right, the answer is never.